let's go into the NL. Start off with the third seed, LA Dodgers. Crazy. Third seed, LA Dodgers playing in the wild card right now. Who would have thought that, right? Before the season started.
I know. I mean, I actually, excuse me, I picked to win the division, so
right. We all did. But here's the thing: they got the least amount of wins between the Phillies, Brewers, and them. That's crazy.
Yes, that's crazy. Yeah.
And they're facing off against the Cincinnati Reds in Los Angeles, 3-game set. All right.
I'm going to be a child. I don't care. Leave me alone. I've been good this whole episode. Leave me alone. I don't want to hear it.
He's been good. JV, let's start off with your predictions and try to break it down a little bit.
Listen, I'll make Rose feel as good as I can. I'm taking LA in this series. It's purely experience. It's purely, this is like a new baseball season for a lot of teams, obviously. And those veteran teams that have been there and done that know when to turn it on and know when to turn it up. And I know the Dodgers have been not playing like the Dodgers that we all expected them to play like. But, how do you count them out? I don't care who they're playing. They could be playing the Padres right now in the first round. I'd still take them due to the fact that they have guys that could literally get it done on both sides of the ball. Their starting pitching is scary when they're healthy. Their bullpen has not been good. We all know that. But if your starting pitching is going to propel you into late innings where you could, help your offense out and maybe give them a 2-3 run lead, it's going to be scary for them. And I don't think the Reds have enough firepower offensively. So I think it's a no-brainer, LA and Philly in the NLDS. That's how I say it.
Perfect. For me, I'll say this. I as well, I'm taking the Dodgers in this series. I'm taking them in 2 games. JV, how many games do you think they win it? You didn't say.
I see a sweep.
Sweep. Me too. I see a sweep. I think the Dodgers win in 2 games. The fact that Blake Snell, I'm pretty sure, Dave Roberts said today he's going to start game 1. And I think what I was telling JV yesterday, Glasnow is going to be pitching out of the bullpen in this series. That's scary. Will Shohei start game 2? I think so. I think he might start game 2 or game 3. Yamamoto, maybe game 3, maybe out the bullpen. Kershaw's not going to be involved in this wild card set. Roberts already said that. So it's going to be fascinating. I mean, one thing I will say, if the Cincinnati Reds somehow win this series right here,
oh my gosh,
Philly, you're cooked. Because they're going to have all of the momentum in the world playing the Phillies in the NLDS. Just like the Mets, when they beat us last year, all the momentum when they played the Phillies. And guess what? They cooked the Phillies. They cooked the Phillies. So guess what? Philly, you're just looking there. But if the Reds, I'm telling you right now, if the Reds beat the Dodgers, and guess what? I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm not saying it's impossible by any means. That rotation that Cincinnati has, I'm assuming it's going to go Hunter Green, Abbott, maybe Lodolo, or I don't know who else. Maybe
it's nothing to sneeze at. Brady Singer.
Singer.
It's nothing to sneeze at, but their offense to me just doesn't have enough firepower to beat the arms that the Dodgers have.
But you know what? I'll say this. One thing I'm very concerned about in this series? The Dodgers bullpen.
Yes, me too. But like I said, their offense it's not like they're going against the Padres where they have big boppers that could beat you. They're going to have the Cincinnati is really going to have to work counts and get into favorable fastball situational counts because the Dodgers to me are just they're better than them. They should not lose this series.
They should not.
They should not. To me, it's just there's no other way to wrap my head around it. Even with the bullpen not performing the way it should be, they should win this series. I'm sorry. Their starting pitching is good enough to get them through 6 in both games and win this series and have maybe not need 12 outs from the bullpen. Maybe you only need 9 or maybe you only need 6. I personally think that the Reds offense, they don't have enough firepower. That's really it. And if they do, they'll surprise the hell out of me. I'll tell you that right now.
Mike, I'll throw it to you.
Dodgers are going to dog walk them. I'm sorry, they are.
Yeah, in a perfect world, they should.
Yeah, I mean that's just where it is. Realistically, Blake Snell going game 1, been there, done that. He's basically helped carry a Tampa Bay Rays team to a World Series. He's pitched in the postseason before. He's had a ton of experience in situations like this. I think he's going to handle business. Like you mentioned, to have Glass now coming out of the bullpen for this series because I believe he pitched yesterday. Yeah, that's wild. Then you're going to go with either Yamo or Otani in game 2, or I would assume maybe Yamamoto in game 2 and Otani in game 3. We'll see how that plays out. But I mean, at one point or another, Yamamoto was the best pitcher in baseball. Obviously, he somewhat came back down to earth, but he had a solid run last year for the Dodgers in the postseason. So we've seen that he could do it as well. Like you also mentioned, their postseason prowess and their history and their experiences, I think, going to show. I think this is now for what Cincinnati is and what they're building. Look, I had picked them to make the postseason. I didn't know it was going to come to the expense of my team, but I had them getting there, and I had the Terry Francona effect going to be a thing. I think what Cincinnati is doing is now they're getting their foot in the door with their young team, the young talent they have, and they're getting the experience that most young teams do when they finally get over that hump and get into the playoffs. Is, all right, now we made it. We got the experience. You most likely – get taken to the cleaners, and then you retool and regroup next year. It's like, all right, we made it. We know how to get there, and so on and so forth. I think this is just a stepping stone year for them, unless they go on a crazy run. I mean, somebody's got to. So,
yeah,
could it be them? I mean, that would be the shot heard around the world. That would be the biggest shock of the season.
Mm-hmm.
All in all, if Cincinnati could pull off this upset, but I got the Dodgers.
I got the Dodgers as well. One last thing I would like to say about this series: the biggest X factor, if there's any Reds fans listening or watching, the biggest X factor for you guys, I just seen right now, you guys have the best bullpen in all of baseball in September. And I will say this: Pagan, Santayin, Barlow, Burns pitching out the bullpen. You guys are just going to be fine out the bullpen. If your starters could limit some way, somehow, the Dodgers to maybe 1 or 2 runs. If Hunter Green goes out there, shoves 6 or 7 innings of work, only allows 1 run, you guys have a chance. You guys have a fighter's chance. Yep. I'll say that. It's just up to what your offense could do about it. That's it. Because I believe your pitchers are going to pitch their tails off. No doubt about that. Hunter Green, like I said, Lodolo, Abbott, they've been very good this year. Hunter Green missed the, a month and a half of this year with injury. But if he hadn't, he probably would have been in the Cy Young conversation as well, if I could be quite honest. The guy's been phenomenal. So I'm not going to say if there's any Reds fans out here, you guys have no hope. I do have the Dodgers sweeping you guys respectfully, but at the same time, you guys are in my division disrespectfully. So we'll see how it goes. But I do have the Dodgers in 2. Let's move on to a city at Wrigley Field, a team that hasn't been in the postseason bubble aside since, 2018, I believe? Bubble aside. I know they made it in 2020, but in an actual 162, I don't think they made it since 2018. The Cubs and the Padres going to get at it at Wrigley Field. JV, I'll throw it to you. Give me your prediction and how you see the series going.
This is going to be a dogfight, honestly.